why the world is crazy. All right, so just got notified by Jason here
What's
that
up, everyone?
there was 2 arrests for explosive device under Fox News ban today. 2 suspects are in custody after an incendiary device was found under a vehicle belonging to KSTU, a local TV station known as Fox 13 News Utah. Let's see what else here. Yeah, it was the mirror discovered. Here we go. Here's another one. Well, shoot. Can you say that?
Getting crazy out there, y'all. No.
Oh, no. Hold on. Let me get you that other one. Hold on.
All right.
For some reason, it went. Is that it? That one I'm looking at? Yep, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, let's share this one. Okay, so according to this, the Utah police arrest 2 men in the terrorism charge after the device was discovered under a news ban. Authorities said 2 men have been arrested on suspicion of placing a incendiary device under the news media vehicle in Salt Lake City. The explosive failed to detonate. That's a good thing. Police and fire department bomb squad rushes to the scene Friday when a suspicious device was discovered underneath a parked van near an occupied building. Investigators determined that the bomb had been lit but failed to function as designed, according to the court record cited by CBS affiliates. Well, dumb shits from the Star Wars side of Darth Vader side.
These evil left-wing liberals are something else. I tell you.
They're acting like it's Star Wars. We're on the bad side. Let's be Darth Vader. So the FBI identified the 2 suspects and execute the search warrants at their home in a Magna neighborhood, I think that's how it said, west of city downtown. 2 men, 58 and 31-year-old. Oh, that's terrific. Even though we got Tyler at 31 years old, 22 years old.
You think it could be possible it was father and son, maybe, since it was
Could be. That's
what I'm thinking.
If they're on that left wing side of Darth Vader side, Star Wars, custody and could face charges related to a weapons possession and terrorist threats. So,
what's up, Ron Logan? Good to see you, Ron Logan.
Hey, Ron, what's going on? So nearby homes were cleared during the search, and which uncovered explosives, related to compound, firearms, illegal drugs, and other things. Court record says authorities said they also discovered at least 2 more devices that turned out to be fake weapons of mass destruction. So the Mirror says reach out to the Salt Lake City Police Department for a comment. There was no information about the possible motive and relation between the 2 suspects wasn't immediately known. The threat came after several news media outlets have flocked to Salt Lake City following last week's assassination at Turning Point, USA. Co-founder Charlie Kirk. This must be one of the guys who they caught. There was no information about the possible motive, so this must be one of the guys they found. Luckily, people had cameras.
Yeah.
If they didn't park right in front of the camera, they're dumb and stupid. Now, people forget they don't park in cameras. What is wrong with these people?
They're either forgetting that they're on camera or they just don't care anymore.
I guess they don't care. That's how they got caught. So Kurt assassination was while speaking in Utah. Taylor James Robertson, 22, of Washington, Utah, was arrested on suspicion of aggravated murder and other felony offense. Prosecutor is drawing up formal charges that could be filed early next week when when he will make his first court appearance, investigation, and have spoken to Robertson relatives and carry out a search warrant in his family home in Washington, about 240 miles southwest of Utah University, where the shooting took place.
Oh no, I said hi to Mustang earlier when you came in.
Oh, hey Mustang, I don't know who's in here yet because I'm reading.
Ron Logan, Mustang, 1965. Lois Cuevas.
Hey Louise, how you doing?
Butchered that name. Welcome to the live. Glad you're here.
So authorities have not proved many details about why they think Robertson carried out the attack on Kirk. Partisans have been fighting over who's to blame for Kirk's death, but experts in politics and violence says many of these who committed such crimes seems to act on belief that don't map out clearly. So pretty much, this is why these people who believes in some cockamamie bullshit
For real.
and put it in their mind, oh, that's the truth. Well, no, it's not the damn truth. You think it is, but you believe them. So this is how Robertson became. And I don't know when he became transgender, since his roommate was helping the law enforcement. Like I was telling Jason the other night, when he got his partner in crime on the dorm, he got the phone call and say, "Hey, can you go get my gun?" It's like, you gotta be nuts, man! I ain't gonna get your gun.
I would have texted him back and said, "Sure, I'll let the police know where to find it. They'll get it for you."
I'll let you know the FBI police. I'll let you know what kind of car he drove.
Yeah.
He's not going to get her in trouble. Hell no. He wants to go with the school name not being like he is now. Robertson's 22. He just lost the whole entire game here. He dropped the ball. And he knew all these cameras around. So they say the border politics environment is more important than heated the atmosphere. The more likely it was lead to unstable people to commit acts of violence. Vigil at Kennedy Center in Washington was among numerous tributes to Kirk and Sunday. Mine murders in Washington wrapped around the center. Kirk also memorialized a Dream City church in Phoenix, where he hosts one of his Freedom Night in American gathering. Attendees view clips of Kirk discussing his desire to be a member of the courage for his faith. Now, Angela Burnett, a church pastor, called on the crowd to honor Kirk by calling on his message. So,
yeah, Charlie Kirk wanted to be remembered for his courage.
Well, that's all the leftist
want to be remembered
people, I swear. Now, this is what we got so far. Let me find a new thing I got. We got his, let's see here, background. We got his background here. So, this is Charlie. I don't know how young this is. This picture is before he went rogue. So Robertson is 22, old male, arrested in September in an alleged shooting on the daily assassination controversy activist against Charlie, who was present at the turning point in Utah event. Now, police probably named Robertson as the main suspect and report him being arrested on a tip, family members or acquaintance. Well, of course, his roommate will tip him in. Also, he's not no dummy to go out and do shit like that. He's not gonna put his freaking hands on weapons and stuff. So news coverage of Robertson is still in progress, and much of the information is still under investigation. Data shows below represents what has been reported publicly and been verified. So Robertson's his name. He was born in 2003, age 22, lived at birth of Washington County, Utah. Doesn't give a height. Matt and Amber Robertson, his parents. So early life, Taylor was born and grew up in Utah. He was raised in Washington County, where he lived with the family during his arrest in September. During his childhood, Robertson performed well academy. He is reported to have scored 34 on his ACT, which ranked him the top person who took the test in the country. According to the Public Records Access journalist, he briefly attended Utah University in 2001, registering for one semester and dropping out. Now, his parents, his mother is Amber Robertson, is a licensed social worker at Intermountain Support Coordination Service, a company contracted by the state Utah Assist Individuals with Disability. His father, Matt, owns his own business in their hometown, Washington, where he installs kitchen counter, cabinets, and stone surface. There is not much known about the childhood at all, with investigation journalists having centered their efforts on the event preceding the shooting and not his upbringing. It would be great if they figure out what changed him during his upbringing. We know there was a relative that he talked about at the kitchen dinner across from him, talking about Charlie, of being bad mouthing him, believing that he should do something, but that was kind of a mistake. Now, Robertson is registered in Utah, but it's not a member of the political party. The media outlet has also reported that his parents is registered Republican, but there is no direct connection between the actions and political affiliation of his parents and the activities of Robertson. But by this point, the evidence available makes him appear as a youthful man in promising future academy. But with a little history, public documents before his tragedy that introduced him to the national limelight. Now, when he was arrested, there was no confirmable evidence that Robertson had been in any professional career and had a stable employment history, but no prior criminal convictions or history of legal troubles, but have been identified as the report state of the federal investigation in local records depicting the pre-September 2025 event. And what I understand, that was another last minute. He decided to go there and shoot Charlie. So it was a last minute. It was not very well planned. That's why he's missing a lot of steps and he's getting caught on camera a lot. So Robertson had been found to have led family life major of his early adulthood, and no employees or professional connection have been violated by well-known source. Career. We don't know what kind of career he had over the years, but he had to be doing something.
What I'm confused about is I'm hearing two different stories. I'm hearing they found the gun in the woods, and then I was hearing that he left the gun on the roof. So which?
No, it was found in the woods.
Okay.
Because that's when Charlie told his roommate, his partner, his transgender partner, that he left it in the woods. That's where he told the FBI it's in the woods that way.
All right.
So yeah, it was dropped in the woods. Although it's like he was already making a lot of mistakes when leaving the crime scene. Totally. So you never know. It wasn't he didn't have his plan to how escape and make sure nobody sees him. It seemed like. So, although there's much known about his work or daily activities, investigators has been able to construct a timeline his supposed planning and execution of shooting based on the forensic evidence in digital, especially when they're on Discord. He's leaving messages on Discord, and that leaves another trail.
Wow.
So that was another thing. And Robinson Discord account, like Robertson, according to the law enforcement official, spoke of the obtained rifle and described preparation indicate premeditated assault. Now, law enforcement officials were able to find the bolt action buried in a wooded location and bullet casings that were alleged scribe on them, which were under investigation. Now, the footprint and palm on the scene, as well as the surveillance images, were used to help construct the case against Robertson. In other instances, family members were said to be worried due to the decision that Robertson had typical, where he strongly criticized his opinion on Charlie Kirk. Now, which result in a tip that eventually made him a suspect of the police, although the development did not disclose a class career path. The point contributed to the fact that the life of Taylor Robertson was soon transferred from that fairly unknown man into a focused, high-profile study. So, yeah, it's just a question of when did he turn to go on the leftist to believe the stories they told him. And that's the problem. When people tell these lies to these people, they believe it, but that's not even true. Personal life, no confirmation, personalized information about the romantic relationship between Taylor Robertson and has been covered by major news sources. Official release during the investigation cover of the arrest has centered in the interview of the family members and flatmate and other friends who cooperate with investigations, such as one of or family members reported that the case of Robertson supposedly confessed and indicated that his involvement, but none of the media release mentioned the spouse, dating history, or a partner. Well, we know it's his roommate, he's a partner. Just when did he transgender to that side? Did somebody let him coach him to be a transgender or what? There is no information regarding official verified social media accounts. Robinson, we didn't confirm them through reporting communication through Discord has been mentioned as evidence in this case by an investigator. However, no other profile has been publicly verified. Law enforcement has not published any user screenshots or direct link to any accounts, and a lot of digital footprints of Robertson remains confidential as the investigation continues. The media has been most concerned with the law enforcement brief instead of unconfirmed online action as the opposite to present only verified information. So it's what? Vengeance Karma.
Yeah, there's two people in the chat: Truth or Dare 9999 and Vengeance Karma.
So it's like basically somewhere along the line, he's somebody made him to transfer over to where he is, to the dark side.
Yeah.
And then when did he become a transgender? That's the other part. When did somebody coach them say you're gonna be a transgender? Since his roommate was going to change into a girl, we already know that. It was reported in the news. He changing into a girl.
Oh, there's another thing I read too that and learned in my research. There was a left-wing liberal ideology, like trans ideology, that was written on the bullets.
Yeah.
The FBI was saying,
Um,
and I think the bullet. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the bullet that ended up hitting Charlie Kirk, I think they said that he had wrote on that bullet, "Hey, catch this," or something like that.
mm-hmm.
Something along those lines, like "Hey, catch this," or something stupid like that.
Well, here's another one here. Let me bring this up. Talks about his roommate. This is what it talks about his roommate here. Where'd he go? There it is.
I keep reading online. Stupid people keep leaving comments saying, "Oh, it was probably somebody. It was a MAGA that did it." No, it's already been confirmed. It was a left-wing liberal.
Well, here's what we need to know about his roommate. Okay, Taylor Robinson, the man accused of assassinating Charlie, lives as a romantic partner who is a transgender, cooperating with authorities in Utah governor. What it matters. Robinson's political views has been in the center of the debate since the age 22 arrest, him being 22. So the roommate was a romantic partner in male transition into a female. Cox said during the appearance on Sunday, the partner has been very cooperative and have no idea this was happening. Well, if you're watching his Discord, how can you not know it's happening?
Right.
Left a message on Discord. What? He left a message for you to go get the gun. Can you get the gun so the cops don't get it or the FBI don't get it?
Yeah, that's right.
What the hell? Oh, my God. So, as the conservative founder of the Turning Point was killed as spokesman of Utah University September 10th, the killing was the latest sting of attacks that have targeted members of both major parties. Trump says sparked criticism after he blamed the radical left for Kirk's death before any details about the suspect was a motive were known. Liberals have since taught Robinson's controversial roots, any speculation about his political beliefs. Cox says Robinson's ideology was very different than his family and that there clearly was a leftist ideology. The governor's statement that Robinson had a transgender partner has led some to suggest Kirk was targeting for his anti-transgender views. Through authorities are still investigating the motive.
See, so that proves it right there. Plus what was written on the bullets too.
Yeah. Now,
coming together.
Yeah. So the identity of Robinson's roommate has not been disclosed by authorities, but Robinson's roommate has not been charged with crime, or authorities have not released their name. So the person did not have the knowledge of the attack and was shocked when they found about it. Now, Robinson lived with his roommate in an apartment in St. George, Utah. An unnamed relative of the roommate told the network the person hates conservatives and Christians.
Wow. See, that's demonic right there. That's evil, demonic right there.
What are, like you said, it's an ego cult thing. Like
these people are possessed. I really truly believe these people are possessed.
These people are like kind of like David Koresh. Let's put stuff in your mind so you think it's what the people in the real world's talking. They're not talking correctly. You listen to us. We'll do something for you. Mm-hmm. So the relative said she suspected her family member led influence Robinson Pinnacle in the year that they had been dating. Oh. So Robinson's neighbor, Josh Kemp, 18, told the Sun that he saw Robinson and his roommate kiss in public. I saw them holding hands.
Wow.
They drove off in Taylor's car. It was about 2 weeks ago. He said, describing Robinson and Kemp, said, I've never seen really anybody dressed all in black with a mask, and I thought that was just quite weird. So that's
Charlie,
just
say right there, Charlie Kirk's suspected killer was spotted kissing his transgender partner just 2 weeks before the assassination. The Sun can reveal Tyler Robinson, 22, had reportedly been living with his unidentified lover at a home in Utah.
So this is Josh Kemp right here. This is Josh Kemp. So Kemp also described the roommate. He did not have freckles on his face.
Mm-hmm.
For the haircut, it was a weird haircut, kind of a mushroom-shaped one. He didn't come out much, he said. But Robinson's parents are Republican, but Robinson's political registration listed him as unaffiliated and his status inactive, indicating he has not voted in the past 2 general elections, according to the public records. Now, what people are saying, now Utah Governor Spencer Cox said, meet the press, according to the family, the people that were interviewing, he does come from a conservative family, but his ideology was very different than his family.
Right.
So when here's knowing that the roommate that we had originally talked about, we can confirm that the roommate is a boyfriend who is transgendering into a male from a female. So we know that the piece. I will say that this person has been very corrupt with authorities. Of course, Donald Trump here. Of course, you got people like Trump says. You got for years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to a Nazi and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for terrorism, but we are seeing our own country today, and it must stop.
Yeah.
People got to wake up. What happens next? Now, Robinson is scheduled to appear in court Tuesday. Well, that's probably gone. And when Cox said more information would come out about him and the motives after the court appearance. So there you go.
I hope he gets the death penalty, man. But you know what? I got a bad feeling about the whole situation because I feel like that they're trying to brainwash the public in the media right now. That way, the public don't go in an uprising and get mad when he does not.
Hold on. Chloe, shut up. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, so shut up.
There was a guy talking in the media, I believe it was yesterday evening, and he was, I can't specifically remember everything the guy was saying, but I could tell by the words he was using and what he was talking about, it was almost as if like he knew things we don't know. And it's like, I took it as if like he was trying to build the public up to be prepared for Tyler Robinson not to get the death penalty. That's the way I took it. I feel like they're going to try to figure out a way to get out of not giving him the death penalty.
Well, they're like the FBI says, it could be international over the state boundary of the internet. Mm-hmm. There will be charges for him on the internet when he left. So there's a lot of things are going to be building up on this case. Like they said, they're going to start small and then get up to the adult court. Mm-hmm. So they're going to start the small, and then once they get everything together, and then straight to the higher courts. And that's where they can.
I'm still pissed off about that girl that got attacked and killed on the subway. And some dumbass Democratic liberal judge let that guy out after, I mean, the guy's literally on video slicing her throat and killing this poor innocent young woman. She didn't do nothing. She was just got off work and was trying to get home. and he just attacked her and slit her
Oh,
throat and killed her. Nobody on the subway helped her. They left her there to die and bleed out. And what is this dumbass?
it was a bus. It was a bus. She rode
Yeah.
the bus, not a subway.
Yeah, it was like a bus or something like that. And it was like a bus or subway or something. And the guy's literally on video killing her. And what is this? It was probably, in my opinion, some dumbass liberal Democratic judge. What does he do? He lets him out. He literally gave him bond and let him out. Like, how are you going to sit there and let somebody out that's on video committing murder, killing?
Because he'd be a racist because she was a foreign Ukrainian. She was a Ukrainian.
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of those people who are against immigrants. If she already had been here, grown up as an immigrant over here, and all he did is got up, I seen him, stabbed her to death. That's not. She didn't do anything to him.
Did you see the full video of that?
Mm-mm.
I watched the full video of that. It absolutely broke my heart. It tore me into pieces watching that. I cannot believe that judge will let him out. That is absolutely insane. It's already been proven he's mental. Why would you let him out so he could go out and kill somebody else, some other innocent person? It makes no sense to me.
Oh,
Somebody that's crazy enough to randomly kill some innocent girl or some innocent guy, they're going to be crazy enough to take another life if they have a chance. And that judge, by letting him out, is giving him the opportunity and a chance to take somebody else's life.
One day was.
Let's see, Jinx says it was a female magistrate. Wow, that allowed that man out of jail. Those are elected positions, and she doesn't have any law degree. Wow, that's insane. Oh my gosh. Absolutely insane. Wow.
That one.
Absolutely insane. Something needs to be done. Something needs to change there.
I see the trolls now. The trolls are what talking about.
That is absolutely insane. Thanks for letting me know that, Jinx. I didn't know that. I haven't really had time to look into the whole case like in detail. So I appreciate you letting me know that. I had no idea. That's even more insane. Like finding that out.
Jared was here. Jared, you listen to the wrong side. You listen to the ones who lies, Jared. So yeah, you believe my lie? Think that was true? Guess what, Jared? You believe what I said. That proves you believe what somebody says is not even true. Jared. So you believe somebody's lie. You believe the person who called the police. So he believed my lie. So it was a scam to believe you think you believe in my lies, you dumbass. I have the reports here that says different, that she would lost. She wasn't paying attention. So there we go. Got them all. I figure you guys might come in here if we're not put on subscribers side. Mm-hmm. Because I went through that transcript.
You know, as crazy as people are getting in today's society, in my opinion, and I don't care who hears this because I firmly, truly believe this is what needs to happen. But in my opinion, I think we need to go back to public executions.
Well,
because
we're running out of room in these prisons and stuff. So
I feel like if we go back to public executions and allow people to see these public executions take place, then it'll show them and let people know, hey, this is what's going to happen to you if you fuck around. You're going to find out this is going to be you. You know what I mean? So it seems like people in today's society is not only getting their hearts are hardened and they're getting eviler, but society's also getting softer at the same time, if that makes sense. So I think
with everything going on, everybody believes somebody's lie. And that's what they're doing. They all are believing somebody's lie, thinking it's the truth. And like I said, when I said deploy that lie and make them believe I lied, but which I didn't lie. So you got one person calling the police, the case is over with, and you believe in somebody else's lie. They're the ones that are telling the truth. And that's what it is.
Ron Logan says, them gays are renting my farm to host a festival next weekend. They know how to party and they don't break nothing. Good people.
Oh, yes. Well, this coming week, there's fall festivals going on in small towns. We have that, DNA walk down in Indianapolis, right? What time did that start? And then walk on over on Saturday for me at Neil Armstrong Park at 1 p.m. So there's going to be a lot of things going on during the end of this weekend.
Yep, I think they need to take Tyler Robinson's ass, and after he's found guilty, they need to drag his little wormy ass across town, somewhere in the middle of the city, somewhere like in the middle of town, and everybody can come from all over and gather all around and watch them string his little ass up and hanging and make an event out of it. I really, truly believe that. We need to go back to public executions.
Well,
he wants to publicly murder somebody in front of their wife and kids and millions of people in America, then he can have the same thing happen to him.
Well, here's another one. Let me get to this here. Let me get this here. Here's something else here I just saw. Or AP. Here's AP. Now, facts focus assassination of Charlie Kirk prompt floods of false and misleading claims online. So
let's read that. Read that.
A flood of false, misleading claims filed social media in the 2 days it took officials to arrest and publicly identify the 20-year-old Robertson as a suspect in Wednesday's assassination.
You're welcome, Lois.
Charlie Kirk and the university. Now, the reaction allowed well-worn patterns of misinformation and conspiracy theorists that often come after breaking news events, when facts can be fluid. Now, these kinds of posts appear within hours of the shooting, with some of the earliest incorrect identification of the gunman before official had released any information about the suspect. More claims spawned on Thursday and Friday, because you remember people were attacking that older man, thinking he was the killer.
Mm-hmm.
When the police is dragging him out, he wasn't the killer. Everybody's berating him.
Well, there were several old men that
they were just berating him. Now, the identifying gun before official was released any information about the suspect. More claims spawned Thursday and Friday, presenting old videos of photos as recent footage of the shooter, numerously reporting on Robertson's background. Now, claims Robertson is a registered Republican. This is here. Look at the facts. The facts is false. Utah record says Robertson was registered as a voter, but not filled with either political parties. His voter status was inactive, meaning he did not vote in the 2 years general election. And after receiving a notice from his county clerk, according to Utah Governor Spencer Clark, Cox, Robinson's family said he became more political in recent years and criticized Kirk, mentioned that he was due to appear at the event in Utah. Cox stated that the ammo found at the crime scene was engraved with taunting, anti-fascist, and main culture
Messaging.
messaging.
I told you. I told you.
So this is where these people just
I did another video taken up for him and his wife and his two kids today. It's about 20 minutes long, where I basically go into detail and prove several lies that they're putting out there on the internet. They're doing videos saying that, okay, the video that I've seen of his wife crying and holding
that
the
was
kid in his
that's him.
hands.
That's her leaning over
Right.
Charlie.
Yeah, he was in the casket. There's people doing videos saying that they could tell that it wasn't him in the casket and that it was a mannequin.
Because
They're trying to say it was a mannequin in that
that
casket.
damn book that lady anesthesia came out with saying, "Oh, exactly how it all went down," but at the end she says, "Well, he was alive, but he wasn't alive." That's like you come out with a book of lies just before the day before he got shot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Amazon took it down.
Another lie that they're putting out there is they're saying that after what happened to Charlie Kirk, there's no way it would have been an open casket. That's a lie too, and I also proved that to be a lie in that video
he already got shot in the bullet hit his artery in the neck. All they can sew that up. All the blood was gone, pulling out, but they can sew that part up. You can't, because you won't be able to see it unless you're there to be able to see it. So yeah, it was open casket. See, my stepdad we couldn't see him because it had to be closed. He was bloated. If Charlie Kirk was bloated and stuff, that would be different.
Right.
If
we had an open casket for my grandfather, and he blew almost half of his back of his head off, and we had an open casket for him. The funeral directors were, and this was 37 years ago, and the funeral directors were absolutely amazing at making him look decent, so we could have an open casket for him. Now, granted, his face kept turning black every 5, 10, 15 minutes, and they kept having to come in and constantly apply makeup to his face, but we were still able to have an open casket, and they did such an amazing job. Now, this was 37 years ago when we had the open casket for my grandfather that pew-pewed himself in the head with a .44 Magnum. Now, you can only imagine with advancements of technology in today's society what these funeral homes can do to make our loved ones look presentable.
We have more advanced.
Right.
They got more learned over the centuries how to cover up something so you can't see it. Or if it came down to it, okay, we can't let you see an open casket. We've got to have it closed. Louise, you're welcome. But yeah, it's just I think it was his artery. If he didn't get shot in his artery in his throat area, he might be alive.
Yeah.
But he shot how he shot. But these people who tell lies on the left side is
it's evil.
It's getting out of hand. Like they listen to people who think they're telling the truth, but they're actually not.
Right.
Or don't tell the truth. And so I mark some of these areas on my transcripts and tell you what was a lie. And it's not even true.
I've had 2 people in my family that have ended their own lives in tragic ways by using a gun, and it's been graphic and nasty. And I talk a little bit about that in the video that I uploaded today. That's 20 minutes long, where I was defending Charlie Kirk and his wife Erica and their 2 kids. If you haven't seen that, I encourage you to go check that out and watch that from start to finish, because in that video, I prove by talking about my own life experiences, I prove that these people out here are putting out nonsense. They're putting out lies.
Yeah, well, like I said, my stepdad, he was bloated, and we asked if there's a way of having an open casting. He said no. That if people are really bloated, I would choose not to have a casket. Just go ahead and cremate them. That way, it won't have to worry about.
Yeah.
And they do so much well in these cremation places, and in order to put bombing solution on them to make sure we can't smell
Right.
at the funeral home and start smelling. They got a lot of things to preserve. You know, like you got, like Russia, you got that Stalin open casket. Everybody can go in and see Stalin's open casket. There's this boy in the Vatican in a casket there. They can walk by this kid in the Vatican. So there's a lot of things we have come far to do things, and if there's nothing we can do, either change it. Hey, we got him as this. Can we change it to cremation? That way.
That's another thing too. I think half these people out here that's putting out these lies, I literally truly believe they've never seen a dead body before. Because if they truly have, they would know that the shit that they're putting out and saying is absolutely made up, and it's lies. Crazy.
These people think they know what they do, but they don't.
I can't believe they're doing videos saying that it was a mannequin in that casket.
No.
I mean, how fucking crazy is that? Like, I have seen so many dead bodies in my lifetime. I've buried so many of my family members, friends. I've been to so many funerals, and I can tell you now, when they drain all your blood out of your body, and then they pump your body full of embalming fluid, and you're laying there in that casket after they're done with you, you don't look like you did when you're alive. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna look like a mannequin. You know what I mean? That's the way it is.
If I was working in a nursing home, since I was a nursing assistant, and we are in charge to take care of the patient, if they die, we have to clean them before the coroner gets there. So we have to change their clothes and everything else, so the coroner will be ready to have a clean body to take with. And some of these people don't think they know what's going on in these nursing homes, which they don't,
right,
at all. So
they know what they're talking about. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground.
No, they don't.
Come on, you got body. Come on.
So, but hey, thanks for everybody coming, and I might do something else here just once we get off here.
Sounds good.
So I'll talk to you guys all later. Hey, thanks for coming, and
thanks for coming, everybody.
Talk to you later. Bye now.
Have a good night, everyone.